everyone, welcome you back in my geography class. Today we will continue with the chapter of agriculture of class 8. In our last video we have discussed about subsistence farming, where we have discussed about intensive subsistence farming. In today's video we are going to discuss about primitive subsistence farming, which is a subpart of subsistence farming. Now when we say primitive, what does primitive means? Primitive means old. And what is subsistence? As we have already read, that subsistence farming is a farming which is mainly done to meet the demands of the farmer's family. In other words, we can say that this type of farming is mainly done to meet own demands. So primitive subsistence farming is a type of farming which is practiced since olden days, and the main aim or the farming is mainly done to meet own demands. Now let us know some features of the primitive subsistence farming. Features of primitive subsistence farming. Primitive subsistence farming is mainly done in small patches of land. These are mainly done by the small farmers, especially the tribals. The method of farming that is used in this type of farming is primitive in nature. Primitive tools are used. Like hoe. We will also see that the farmers are mainly dependent on the natural fertility of the soil . There is no use of artificial pesticides and insecticides or fertilizers. They are only dependent on the natural fertility of the soil. In fact, they are dependent on the monsoon rain for irrigation. Here, the laborers are mainly family members or community members. So the primitive subsistence farming is mainly practiced on a small patch of land. Here mainly the tribal peoples or the poor farmers, they practice the primitive subsistence farming. Method of farming is primitive in nature. Primitive tools are used. Farmers mainly are dependent on the natural fertility of soil. They are also dependent on the monsoon rain for irrigation. Laborers are mainly family members or community members, and mainly the production which is done is for own consumption. Now the primitive subsistence farming includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Now let us understand about the shifting cultivation and the nomadic herding. Let us start with the shifting cultivation. Shifting agriculture. According to Food and Agriculture Organization, shifting agriculture is a farming system in which relatively short periods of cultivation are followed by relatively long periods of fallow. It is an agriculture system in which a person uses a piece of land temporarily only to abandon or alter the initial use a short time later. Now, how shifting cultivation is done? In shifting cultivation, first a suitable land is selected which is endowed with great natural vegetation. Then the plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil to increase the fertility of the soil. Crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. Within 4 or 5 years, the soil becomes exhausted and the harvest gets poorer and poorer. As the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot of land. Shifting cultivation is a cycle where the farmers come back to the original place after a couple of years. Shifting cultivation is also known as swidden agriculture, which is an English dialect word for a burnt clearing. It is also known as a slash and burn agriculture. This system of shifting cultivation is no longer relevant because of the large population and its growing demands. Still, it is practiced in the thickly forested areas of the Amazon basin, tropical area, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. These are mostly practiced in those areas which receive heavy rainfall, as this will help in the quick regeneration of vegetation. The primitive subsistence farming is a primitive method of farming which is practiced in many parts of the world by different names. Let us know what are the different names by which they are known in different parts of the world. It is known as milpa in Mexico and Central America. It is known as conuco in Venezuela, as roca in Brazil, as masol in Central Africa, as ladang in Indonesia, and as ray in Vietnam. In India, this primitive form of cultivation is also known by different names. It is known as the Bawar or Dahiya in Madhya Pradesh, as Podu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh, as Pamadavi or Kuman or Pringa in Orissa, as Kumari in Western Ghats, as Waltre in southeastern Rajasthan, as Khil in Himalayan belt, as Kurua in Jharkhand, as Chuming in northeastern region, as Pamlo in Manipur, and Deepa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now let us know about the nomadic herding. Nomadic herding is a practice that entails people moving from one place to another with cattle in search of pasture. Nomadic herding is one of the most ancient forms of herding. This could be because of climate issues or lack of food. Some nomads will stay in one place if the ground is good for growing crops. In nomadic herding, the herdsmen move from place to place with their cattle for fodder and water along with a definite route. The nomads mainly move from place to place due to the restraints of the climate and land. The most common animals which are reared by the nomads are sheep, camel, yak and goats. The pastoralists or the nomads are dependent on the animals for food. They are also dependent on the animals because they are their source of income, as these animals provide milk, meat, wool, hides and other products to the herders and their families, and they earn money by selling these animal products. In the drier parts of Asia, especially Southwest Asia, most of rural people make a living by raising livestock. Many are nomads who move with their herds of animals over large territories, constantly seeking good supplies of grass and water. These people live simply and carry their tents and belongings with them. And also they rear animals like sheep, goat, camel and yaks. Nomadic herding is mainly practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India like in Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. I hope all of you understood the topics that we have discussed in today's video. If you still have any problem, you can let me know by just a comment in the comment box given below. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel and do hit the like button. Stay tuned. I will be back soon with a new topic and a new video. Till then, take care, study well and stay safe. Thank you.